Hey, good afternoon. It's Tony at Smart Toyota. Hey, check it out. This just came in. This is a 2021 Toyota Tacoma SR5 Trail Edition in Army Green. Army Green was available last year on the TRD Pro exclusively, but for 2021, they're now allowing it on other trims, such as this all-new Trail Edition trim. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'll show you what makes the Trail Edition special, talk about the wheels, talk about the color combinations, and some really great features in the bed of the truck. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, starting up front on the Trail Edition, it's kind of a Frankenstein version of the SR5. And what I mean by that is the SR5 Trail Edition has the limited style grille up front. So you've got the chrome accents with kind of this gray painted centerpiece here, which is something that we find on the limited edition. So that's unique for the Trail Edition. Trail Edition also comes standard with fog lights integrated into the lower bumper with a black surround. And these are halogen fog lights. And then we also have halogen indicators, halogen driving lights, halogen high beams. So no LED lights up front on the Trail Edition, but of course you can purchase LED bulbs and swap those out yourself if that's what you're looking for. Now, taking a look at the wheel and tire package, again, a little bit of a Frankenstein. So these are TRD Off-Road tires on here. Wheels. So those are your 16-inch black gunmetal gray painted wheels, and they're sitting on these really great Goodyear Wrangler Kevlar reinforced tires. And so those are going to be really nice for off-road driving. Those are a 265/70 R16 Goodyear tire, a high quality tire for sure. Notice also the large over the wheel lip moldings on here. Matte finish, so very durable, good for off-road driving. The brush won't scratch your paint and that type of thing. We also have factory installed mud guards on this one. And then we also have the blackout package where you see the Tacoma badging is blacked out. SR5 badging is blacked out on the door handles. Notice the door handles themselves are painted color to match, so they're the Army Green, just like the rest of the vehicle. As well as your mirror covers, these are Army Green as well. And notice we do have the turn signals in the mirrors as well for give people a better indication of what you're going to do. Hopefully folks will allow you to merge. These mirrors fold in, which is really great for off-road driving so they don't get damaged, but also if you have a tight garage, you're going to want to fold those in as well to get in that tight garage. The mirrors also fold or break away this way, so if somebody clips it with a bicycle or grocery cart, it's going to protect the mirrors. Blind spot monitors in the mirrors give you an audible or a visual indication if somebody's sitting in your rear view or in your blind spot. Great looking color on this vehicle. Wrapping around to the tailgate in the rear end. Now the TRD Off-Road, or the Tacoma Trail Edition with the technology package has colored to match bumpers, so green bumpers with the green paint. You've got your blacked out badging. Of course, Tacoma stamped right into the bed of the truck. We do have the bumper cover here as well, and there's your trailer towing setup. So we've got a receiver hitch for your trailer towing. Tacoma with the 3.5. This is going to tow up to 6,400 pounds. It is pre-wired, so you've got a 4-pin wiring and also 7-pin, so pretty much just plug and go. Lighted step bumper on both sides, and then up under here is where we're going to find that backup camera, right? And we're also going to find a locking tailgate with the Tacoma door handle as well. As we take a look in the bed, we do have the slow drop bed or tailgate I should say, so easy down. But then on the Trail Edition, we do have these really great lockable storage boxes on the side. This one here is insulated, as indicated by the snowflake, so you can put your cold stuff in there. And they do have drains in there so you can drain the water out after your ice melts. And also notice they're locking, so there's a lock on both of these. They're not easily removed, but they can be removed. And of course, Tacoma does have an integrated bed liner. Over on this side is where we'll find our power, our accessory power, right there. We do have LED bed lights here and here, and then we have the overhead bed light up there as well, with tie-down hooks in the corners. So you do lose some bed width with these coolers. We do still have the track system, and then the nice thing with the locking tailgate is if you put a tonneau cover on top of there, you can go ahead and lock up that tailgate to keep your goods secure in the back. Swing around quickly here to the driver's side. I wanted to point out your rear window is tinted, and it is also opens up and opens and closes. We do have a shark fin antenna, which works with the Sirius satellite radio, and that's a matte black finish, similar to what we see on the badging on the side of here as well. Now, as far as our brake setup, we do have four-wheel disc or four-wheel anti-lock brakes. The rear brakes are drum on the SR5 Trail Edition, and then your front brakes are disc brakes up here. And I wanted to give you a real quick look at the front suspension since I am up here, and I can kind of get a look there. You can see we've got that coil over strut suspension up front, and down underneath there is a skid plate right there. So it's a black skid plate, and then similar to what we see on the Limited and also on the TRD Sport, this lower air dam part of the SR5 package. So that's a quick look at the exterior. Let's go ahead and dive inside and see what we can find there. Go. Okay, jumping up front, we'll stop quickly here on the door, take a look. The upper part of the door handle kind of has a rubber texture here on the door, and I think that's great because if your hands are wet, you're going to be able to grab onto that door. It feels actually like rubber, I guess it is. Automatic windows all the way around, up and down all four windows, power door locks, power mirrors. It's kind of a plain gray door with a gunmetal plastic trim right here. Bottle holders in the doors down here, and a speaker in the door right there. As we look at the driver's seat, power driver's seat, forward, backwards, power recliner, power lumbar support. The passenger seat has no power to it. The seats are a unique seat trim for the Trail Edition. So this is a black cloth trim, and then it has kind of a brown stitching, contrast stitching all the way around it. Of course, adjustable headrest up and down, adjustable seat belts up and down, side impact airbags for both front driver, front passenger. Down here on the lower portion of the dash is where we turn on and off our traction control. We can also turn on our cargo light here. Automatic high beams. This is the on and off switch for the 120 volt power port that we saw back in the trunk. We've got vents up here, open and close, and then there's a piece of trim here, kind of a gray metallic looking piece of trim. It's plastic, but it looks pretty nice. Turns out there's a lot of plastic in cars these days, so let's go ahead and jump in the driver's seat and see what we can find. Okay, behind the wheel of the Trail Edition, the steering wheel is leather wrapped. It's perforated out on the edges here and then solid leather here, similar to what we'd see in the TRD editions of the Tacoma. On the left-hand side, fingertip controls for your sound system, voice activation. We also have your smartphone connectivity for the Bluetooth on your smartphone. Over on this side is where we find the controls for your information center, which is located right here in the center. That's where you've got your fuel computer and your personalization settings. That's a tough word to say. Here's our dynamic radar cruise control sensitivity settings. And then we also have our lane departure on and off switch. So if you don't want to get notified when the vehicle's starting to veer out of its lane, you can turn that on and off right here. And then we have the cruise control down here, which is the traditional position for cruise on Toyotas. On the right-hand side of the steering column, this is where we find our wiper controls, and we do have intermittent wipers for up front. And then over on this side is where we find our headlight controls, and then we can also turn our fog lights on and off here as well. So headlights on the left, wipers on the right. Take a quick look at the instrumentation. I'm going to go ahead and just start it up so you can see what it looks like when we start the vehicle. The Trail Edition does not have the smart keyless entry system. It is a remote keyless entry with lock, unlock, and a panic button, but you have to put the vehicle or the key physically in to start it. No push button start. So we'll start her up here. Right away with a bunch of lights for the system checks, and of course Toyotas love to beep a lot. In the on the left-hand side, tachometer, temperature gauge, trip meter, information center, and we'll come back to that. Then we have our speedometer and our fuel gauge there as well. Gas doors on the driver's side of the vehicle. All right. Now down the center where our information is, we've got the outside temperature. There's a digital speedometer as well as the analog speedometer over on this side. And then using the switch, the controls right here, I can go ahead and toggle through that information center, get a bunch of trip information. I can also go through and set up my personalization as far as pre-collision, lane departure. So individually, people can set up their own settings right within there. And then of course you have your odometer or your odometer down here, which is also where you can toggle through and look at your trip down there as well. So you've got 2 trip meters. Swinging over to the center stack. So we do have, this is an 8-inch touchscreen, and there is, of course, just want to get over to the audio portion of it. Oh, let me go here. So we do have Sirius XM satellite radio, AM and FM of course, and you get 3 months of premium XM satellite radio at no charge, and then it's a subscription after that. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatibility is all set up in here, so you're good to go there. It's a pretty good sound system. It has a total of 6 speakers. No CD player, but overall a pretty nice sound system. Not the JBL audio system, but I like it. I think it's plenty. Down here is where we're going to find our automatic temperature control. So we can go ahead and set that up right here. And you do have front driver, front passenger controls, and then you can also sync them up. So let's say this one's booked up at 72 and this is at 62. If I tap sync, then it will bring them both into line with 62. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. All right, over here is where our four-wheel drive settings are. And then this is where we've got our heated outside mirrors. So these mirrors over here, by tapping on that button, you can go ahead and get the ice and snow off of the outside mirrors. Blind spot monitoring on and off. Here's our electronic transmission control power settings. Power rear window. So that back window back there, that one right there, that switch opens and closes that. We've got a USB port here and another 12-volt power port right there. There's a large storage place down here. There's no wireless charging in the Tacoma. Wish there was, or at least in this version of the Tacoma, no wireless charging. Dual cup holders down here. And then we do have a 6-speed electronically controlled automatic transmission. And it does have the manual shift modes. So if you want to be able to work your way through the gears yourself, you can do that by going into the manual mode. And then I wanted to show you really quickly up on the center stack, we do have our backup camera when you go into reverse. All right. The parking brake is right here, which sometimes can be helpful for off-road driving when you need to manually operate your parking brake. That can be helpful up there versus on the floor. Storage compartment, cup holder right there. And then our center armrest, it's big enough for 2 skinny arms like mine, but it does have a lot of storage underneath there. And it is felt lined, so when you throw your stuff in there, it doesn't rattle around. I like that. And I don't think you can see it, but there's actually a standard USB port there, and also a USB-C charging port down there, and they're lit up, so at night when you look in there, you'll see kind of a blue glow. So they light up. That's nice. Let's see. Over on this side, we've got our glove box. Of course, our owner's manuals. It's a nice size glove box, and it is a locking glove box. Not all glove boxes do that anymore. Let's see. There's a passenger assist grip up on the A pillar. Make it easy to get in and out. Here's your visors with lighted vanity mirrors, and then these also slide. So if you need to extend them out, you can do that. On our overhead console, there's a dome light here, safety connect, which is included part of the safety systems on the Tacoma. And then we have a place here that you can stow your sunglasses or what have you. We do have a compass mirror up here, and it's an automatic dimming mirror, but no home link in that mirror, so that's kind of odd. So that's the driver's compartment and front passenger compartment. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and see what we can find. Okay, jumping into the back seat, on the doors real quick. Rubber coating on the door here, just like we saw up front. We do have that gray metallic trim here as well. This is an automatic up and down rear window, and we do have bottle holders down here on the door with a speaker down there as well. The back seats are just like the front seats, cloth, black with this tan stitching. And these back seats, something interesting about them is they fold down, of course, which is pretty standard. That's not the interesting part. What's interesting is when you bring up the back of this seat, you've got some storage underneath here, and there's storage under both of these back seats. If you bring that up, so you see that extra storage. So under this one, plenty of room for storage. These are the tie downs for the bed track back there. That's your owner's portfolio in there, so those are included. And then under this one is where we find the jack and the tool kit. But you notice there is still plenty of storage under there. And then if you leave those down and you need to haul something like your toolboxes, you can just drop them in across the back as well. There are 3 seat belts. There's no armrest. These headrests up here, you basically have to take them out to get the seats to fold down. So you take it out, and then once you take it out, then you bring this down like so, and now you've got the seat folded down. This is a nice hard plastic on the back of here for throwing your toolboxes and what have you. And then behind this seat, there's a storage compartment right here, and there's also an anchor here for child safety seats. And then there's a place here you can hang your grocery bags. Up here are your side impact airbags for your back seat. And of course you have shoulder lap belts, but take a look at this. There's a little clip right here, so you can clip your back seat belt in so it doesn't rattle around in the back. Kind of like that. It's a nice little feature. I hope that Toyota redesigns the back seats when they redesign the Tacoma, because it's frankly a pain in the butt to fold those seats down. It's something that's really hard to do with just one hand. In the back seat itself, there's a pocket on the back of this seat, but there's no pocket on the back of this seat. I don't know why. Seems like a simple thing. Dual cup holders right here, but no charging ports for your backseat passengers. So if they have smartphones, they're going to have to run the cord from up front. There is a passenger assist grip right here and a laundry hook or a coat hook right there. And from the back seat, you can reach and turn on and off the dome light. And the Trail Edition does not come with a power sliding moonroof. Here's a quick look at the cockpit up front from the back seat. It's fairly comfortable back here. I've got the front seat about halfway forward, and you can see how much knee room I have, but I have pretty short legs. I think 4 adults comfortably, 4 adults and 1 child is marginal, but turns out most people are going to have one person in here the majority of the time. So that's the interior. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, diving under the hood, Tacoma's available with one engine in the 6-cylinder, that is. This is a 3.5 liter V6 gasoline engine, produces 278 horsepower. Now with the trailer towing package, you've got a transmission cooler, oil cooler, power steering cooler, 130 amp alternator, and of course you have sway bars for the trailer towing. The warranty on the engine and the transmission is 5 years, 60,000 miles, no deductible. Of course, you do get Toyota Care with the Tacoma, so that includes your oil changes, your fluid top-offs, tire rotations. Any of the normal recommended maintenance is covered at no charge to you for 2 years or 25,000 miles. And then Tacoma itself comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile limited warranty, which is designed to cover things that maybe mechanical defects, that type of thing. That warranty has no deductible, and it does not cover wear and tear, and it does not cover damage caused by an accident. Okay, there you go. That's a overview of this new 2021 Toyota Tacoma SR5 Trail Edition. Army green is the color, new color for 2021, and this is a really great looking vehicle. Hey, check the description. I'll include a link to the window sticker so you can learn all about it. Hey, also, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Let us know in the comments. This is Tony at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.